The Treasury says it will undermine ISIS finances in Syria and Iraq, where ISIS controls vast areas. As the terror group gains ground, it is adding to its enormous wealth. Wyatt Andrews is in Washington with a look at how ISIS finances its fight. Wyatt, good morning.
Good morning. ISIS has now become a financial power that's grown far richer and more organized than al-Qaeda ever dreamed. It starts with oil and gas and ISIS's ability to both steal it and then trade it. After ISIS expanded into northern Iraq, sources say its earnings from oil and gas reached roughly $3 million a day by selling on the black market for cash. Former U.S. intelligence analyst Lori Plotkin-Bogart says energy profits give ISIS its edge. We've heard ISIS described as the wealthiest terror group ever. Do you see them that way?
That's absolutely right. ISIS is worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
These photos, taken from an ISIS fighter's social media page, claim to show some of that cash. "Drown in your envy, hypocrites," he posted in Russian. The caliphate is getting richer. ISIS is also growing rich through crime, looting buildings, extorting local business, and taking tax collections from civilians. U.S. officials have focused on another stream of cash, private donations made to extremist groups, including ISIS, from the citizens of Gulf countries like Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Qatar. On this web posting, a Saudi sheikh implores his audience to, quote, "do jihad with your money," and the donations he seeks are weapon-specific. For 100 Kuwaiti dinars, a donor can supply 8 mortars. 50 dinars buys 150 bullets. The U.S. has complained, but the Gulf states have internal reasons for allowing the donations to continue.
In Kuwait, some of the terrorist fundraisers are very powerful and popular, and the government is very concerned about upsetting this domestic constituency.
So in exchange for peace at home, they tolerate the funding of jihadist groups outside the border?
Yes. The irony is that some of America's closest allies in the Gulf allow their citizens to support terrorist groups.
The U.S. has slapped sanctions on several Gulf citizens in recent months for funneling money to extremist groups in Syria. But by running cash operations outside the banking system, ISIS has made it harder for the U.S. to disrupt its unprecedented financing. Nora?
All right, Wyatt, thank you.